Okay, we're back here. Got the lathe all put back together, and I thought I'd show a little bit of cutting on this lathe, a little bit of going through. I'm making a tool for my son-in-law. I did a couple of different pieces just because I'd never used a metal lathe before. So once I got together, I kind of played around. I kind of turned this. It was all jagged here. The guy before me that had this lathe just kind of hacked it up. So I was just practicing my different speeds and stuff. So I thought I'd show. This here is a bearing race, I think a truck or something my son-in-law had, and he's trying to make a tool. And so I had to make the back side of the race big. It's a tapered bore, but he wants it flat so he could use it for driving, I think, Honda bearings or Toyota bearings. And so I'm just in the process of doing this. I have a boring bar that I purchased. I'm using, I've got these carbide tipped. There's CCMT09T304s. I bought off Amazon. Just thought I'd give them a try. See if we can get that in here. They're just little inserts. They're kind of cool. Whoa. And I'm trying to drop them all over the floor. It came with one in the cutter, but I bought some extras. So they're a little insert, carbide tipped. Trying it out. This is all super hard steel. And I thought I better have some extras if I chip this one or something. So let's cut a little bit of steel here, show that this thing actually works. And so hopefully this comes up on video and everything. And let's give it a try here. So what I've been doing is just making several light passes. I don't want to burn my tool up. So I'm going to reverse this bar. I've been going forward and then bringing it out in reverse just to help keep things clean. I don't have very much. I have a couple of thousands probably left, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 left. So let's give it a try here and see what we got. So I'm going to put the machine in reverse, turn it on here. Okay, then I make sure it comes to a complete stop. Put it back into forward first. I adjust myself a couple of hundred thou. 1, 2, 3, 4. All I've been using right now for lubricant is a little bit of motor oil, just because that's all I have. I got to get some cutting oil and stuff, which would help, but a lot of that has sulfur in it, smokes like crazy. So I've just been cutting this up. Put it back in reverse. I haven't adjusted it yet. You notice the chips here. Take my needle nose. I just got those big spirals. It's not really breaking the chips. I'm taking such a light pass because I don't want to break my tool. that it's not breaking the chips. So I have to clean this bedway out. Look at that. Big old hunk of chips. Big old spirals. So then we'll reverse it out of here again. Adjust this thing back in a little bit. Still learning this lathe. It's all a learning curve for me. Just checking into my cutter. Yeah, it's doing pretty good so far. It's all a learning curve. You know, I'm still learning all the thousandths and hundredths thousandths and tenths and all that stuff. I want to pick up a machinist's handbook. Pick up some more quick release or these carbide tools. These things, this boring bar, this was really a nice lifesaver. I think I got like 1 or 2 more passes. Then I'm going to cut this sharp edge off. What do you call it? Ream it. So it just cuts this sharp so he doesn't cut himself. But I don't have a quick release tool on here, as you can see. My holding bar is just all bolts, so it takes forever to set up the tooling. But let's give it another pass here. I can't remember if I did adjust it in. Okay, get a little oil on my chip brush here. And I'm going the wrong direction. I forgot to reset my. So in that case, unlock the cage, bring it back forward, lock it back in. First thing I want to do is put it back into forward. Okay, then I want to turn another 4 thousandths. A lot of this is just by eyeball because he didn't give me a size. He just had a line drawn on the inside here, and he said, oh, a couple 100 thousandths past that, so go a little deeper. So it looks like maybe we only have 1 more pass here, and then I'll do a cleanup pass, and hopefully that'll really help it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got that locked in. A little more oil on here. Probably over oiling it, but I'd rather overdo it than underdo it. Oh shoot. 1 more. And that should do it. He said about 2 or 3 thousandths past his line. So So that's what I got to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more oil in there. Get that off of there. Turning out pretty nice. It's got a nice, pretty nice finish on it. Okay, so now I'm just going to make one last pass. I'm only going to go about what is this thing, 100,000s? Thousands? Kind of a bonehead when it comes to this stuff. But this is, you know, I can see why those guys enjoy doing machining. I got to learn the math and stuff. Never had it. So we're going to take the last pass, go forwards and backwards, try to get a nice finish on this and call it good. Okay. That actually came out pretty good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit my reset button. I'm going to take one of these screws out of here, and because I don't have a quick change, so if anyone wants to get me one, I wouldn't mind. I don't do a whole lot of this. I'd like to do more though. I got some different projects. So I'm gonna kind of clean this off, clean my bar off, and what I got to do is loosen this, and I'm learning what size cutters to use with this this thing. I got a spacer under these, and I think the ones that came with it were only 3/8, the bore size. This boring bar is 1/2 inch, I think it's 1/2 by 7. Put my face shield up so you can hear me. 4 by 7, but you can only use, it says on here, 3.5 inch of it. I tried to keep it as short as I could. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it wore it a little bit. Not bad. I cut quite a bit out of this thing. I probably cut 5/16 of an inch or so out of here. So what I got to do is I got to move my spacer, which I have to use this with these undersides. I think I'm going to try to get 5/8 cutters to go in here, and I'll get carbide tipped ones, but you can only do that a little at a time because it's so expensive. Clean off my area here so it doesn't hold me up. Use my, because what I want to do now is put this in here, and I have this, I think it's for, I haven't learned all the names of these different cutters and stuff, but this is a welded carbide tip, comes from China. These things are junk, but it came with the machine, and I want to, all I'm going to do is come in here and cut or just ream this a little bit on the outside edge so people don't, my son-in-law doesn't cut his hand. Run these bolts up a little bit. Somebody really cranked in here at one time and really bent these hold-down bolts, because when you go to put them on, they want to shift everything, and when you're machining something, the straighter the better. Now if you run this up, you could figure out where flat is, but you don't want to be flat. So we want to come in a little bit on an angle. And like I said, this is all learning curve for me. Tighten this handle up so it doesn't move. Back it up a little bit. Put my face shield down. Don't want to... Okay. Oh, turn my reset button off. I don't think I'm into enough on an angle. Like I said, all learning curve for me. The other thing I got to really watch is the bottom of that tool hitting the bottom of the radius. Let's see if that works. I think that does it. I think what I want to do is pull this part off, pull that off, turn that off. Don't ever want to put this key in where I can accidentally hit the power, because it go flinging across the shop. I might have tightened this too tight originally. I'm just a wimp anymore. And I think you can see that. Let me clean it up a little bit. I cut all that out, and that was all tapered to about here, and then it was straight back there, and back there. Camera angles. Got the sharpness kind of off of it. Pretty good. Okay, I want to really thank you for watching this episode. Give me a thumbs up. I hope I earned your subscription today. Did a little different than what I've always done, but I just keep moving along with different projects. I enjoy so many different things, and when my body feels like it, I do it. Once again, I want to thank you for watching. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies, and remember, you too can live through your limits. Thank you. Bye.